After Cynthia Omonwo at the Banjo, who wants us to call her Mrs. Aloba by force, after two talk show, that's what I'm going to call it. The one with Chude and the one with the TVC channel. We were looking at the events in our mind eyes, and of course the audio recordings that we all have access to, audio recordings that we've all heard. We compared and we contrasted, and we were also kind of like trying to juxtapose it all, like, okay, let us balance it up. To an extent, Cynthia gathered certain sympathy, let me put it, certain sympathy from certain people. Some people say, oh, look at her, like they became blind automatically, and they felt that Cynthia dressing the way she dressed is how she is. They forgot some of the video recordings that we saw in the past. They bought into all of the stories that she said. Even Very That Black Man said, I think this girl is 80% innocent. Regardless, the thing is this, all of us are expecting Mohbad's father to issue a disclaimer or a rebuttal or a response, whatever you want to call it. People are saying, come, Mr. Aloba, you need to respond to this, because social media is what generated the buzz that eventually forced the hands of the government to act. Anyone that says social media is nothing, well, I guess that person will need to learn in the hard way. Social media is a tool that can be used positively or negatively. Ladies and gentlemen, some of the utterances of Cynthia, Mohbad's father, has something to say, such as the DNA. Cynthia claimed that she had wanted to get the DNA done as far back as 2023. She said that Mohbad's father had told the nurse to go and that he has no business with the nurse. She said that Mohbad's father had plotted with Adura and Mohbad's mother to put the demise of Mohbad on her, and even they wanted to impute some kind of food and eating that could have caused the demise of Mohbad on her. She said when Mohbad's father realized that it's Adura that cooked and gave Mohbad the last food and water, Mohbad's father could not proceed on that anymore. There are a lot of things that she said. I'm sure you must have watched that video. If you have not watched it, please go and watch that video. It's going to come at the end of this one, or you can simply search. It's a video that was dropped in the last 12 hours. Please go and watch this video to know what she said. But then, side by side, you'll be getting to hear from this what she said and the response of Mohbad's father to some of these things. Hell is not about to break loose. Hell has broken loose. And I want to also inform you that the coroner inquest, because of this sudden appearance of Cynthia, coroner inquest. Okay, let's begin. Like and share. Tap on the subscribe button.
Left justice for Mohbad. Tebangba will die here until Baba Mohbad gets the justice he craves for. I'm not relenting. My not coming out is not because people stop me from not coming. Or be a liar and you know that will tell me not to talk. The last time I check, it is my platform. Am I communicating? I've told you the reason I didn't come out. And to God be the glory. When San called Baba's PA, I don't know, that inquest will be coming back on Friday. Baba told me, and we're like, okay. So I said, I'm going to come out today. We are going to be analyzing Tó bá ṣe lóògùn kò ní jẹ́. I am just busy. So if people are jubilating that I left justice, let me reintroduce myself to you again. Say you don't know. For the benefit of people that are just watching me for the first time. My name is Oluwabukola Jesse, the fourth child of Reverend Oluwatosin Jesse. Yeah? And I'm from Ilaje Osu Odo. You can Google about Ilaje people. We are not cowards. No. Whatever I say on my platform, I stand with it. Even if it is wrong, the last, I'll come out and say sorry. Instead of me to manipulate or lie or stylishly. No, we don't do it. So just say you know. If many people you've been relating with or many bloggers have been doing it, please count me out of them. No. Tebango, taton. Ama taton sibeni. Until Baba Mohbad get the justice, my uncle Baba Mohbad, until he gets the justice he's craving for, I am not relenting. For you to know that I will never relent. There is nothing they've not done to me to keep quiet. But Ọlọ́run jù wọ́n lọ. That is another story for another day. So, I want to welcome you all once again, and we are going to go straight into justice for Mohbad. We start again. May God help us. Now, a lot of water have dropped. A lot of land have drained it. I'll be speaking English, even if my English is not correct. No, it's not from Law. She's from one little girl. She's very good. That. Ashana. Mohbad, late Mohbad's partner. She stated, and she had been granting an interview after 2 years of Mohbad's demise. Am I communicating? She started the interview. And I saw some people updating and talking that Baba should come out and counter her. No. No, that is the last thing Baba will do. Baba had granted his own interview. Baba will not be bantering words with a rat, with a non-entity. Am I communicating? So sometimes let's think deep. Why should Baba come out and say, I want to challenge him. I want to tackle what she's saying. Baba had done more than enough interview. Even if Baba had not done one single interview, we all know the truth. Baba is always standing on the truth. All these haters, all this anti-justice, they've traveled down to Baba's country, Baba's state of, Baba's town. And the old woman said, I'm going to play everything here. She said, one thing about Josie is a truthful person. He stands on his truth. So now, she had come out and started lying. No matter her lies, no matter her manipulations, I just want you all to understand that it's not going to change our mind. So if you are expecting Baba to come out and debunk what she's saying, no, we meet in court. We meet in coroner inquest. If her mouth is being is typewriter, when we get to coroner inquest, let her talk now. Stop playing. Hey, baby. When you're now saying Baba should come out, we are not acting here for crying out loud. We are not acting if not for Mohbad. And you want Baba now to go to another TVC. You gonna look at mommy. Who are the judge? The haters? The anti-justice? That we know where they pitch their tent. So please, don't expect Baba to come out and start bantering words with the rat. She's a nobody. She's a nobody. Am I communicating? So please, let's respect Baba for that. When we get to Corona, let her go and tell us what she knows. And everybody, when I mean everybody, is coming to that Corona. I don't want to know who you are. Everybody is coming to that Corona. Am I communicating? Thank you. That non-entity, Eniyan Showo lawyer. Let's bless God. He had this plan. He's bent on distracting and destroying justice for Mohbad. If not for God and spiritual people like me and many people, God disappointed them. So we are going to start now. One thing, Shadi, Emma Binodabi, Oyinbo Yema Pada si Yoruba sing. I am not a journalist, but to God be the glory. Thank God for Facebook. Thank God for Zuckerberg. I can use my platform, to support and to eradicate injustice. Am I communicating? Let me tell you something you people don't know. Do you expect less from Jude? No. That interview Jude had with Ashana, it was planned. Jude was paid to have that interview. I'm telling you for free now. Am I communicating? So don't be surprised. Let's go into the interview. Please, I want the full interview. Sister Comfy, Sister Toyi, if you are watching me, send me the interview. I want to flash our minds back to how this thing started. When this justice for Mohbad started, you came out, you made us see a lot of things we did not see. But the update you made yesterday about Ashana's interview with Jude, it is very disappointing. Coming out from somebody with integrity like you. You are well read, you are educated, VDM. But I'm so disappointed with what came out from your mouth. Am I communicating? VDM, you said, and I quote, you said after watching that video, 70% you can see that Ashana is innocent. VDM, I've never seen you coming out without proof. Before you say such, before you make such assumption, VDM, I think you should have given us, a tangible evidence. You cannot just come out and tell us because of the crocodile tears, because of the pre-planned way she came. You said, I can see she's being manipulated. VDM, just say you don't know. I'm going to stand up for your case. I don't care for you. I don't care for case, yo. I don't care for you. I don't carry for case, yo. VDM, just say you know. Because you don't watch us, you only listen to Instagram, VDM. If you go on all social media, you will know more. When we started, everything went down. VDM, you came out, you said, there is no more justice for Mohbad. I tried to send you a message, but just like me, we get a lot of messages. So if you are lucky, we read your messages. I know you didn't see my message. Even I sent a message to your friend, Coco, to, pipi, to, pipi. I sent a message to Toto P, thinking he's going to pass my message across to you, but unfortunately, you didn't reply me. VDM, you don't know a lot. You only know what happens on Instagram. But you should watch people like us before you make a conclusion. VDM, you have always been advocating and saying, oh, they've forgotten about justice for Mohbad. And I came into your inbox the first day you said it. I sent you a message to tell you it's still perfectly on. Nobody's forgetting it. But that is not the bone of contention. You came out 2 days ago to assume, to conclude, just because that little tiny thing came out to say lies is Mohbad's. I beg your pardon, VDM. It is not your decision. You are well read, you are educated. Why not let's leave that for the court to say? You can't just come out with a lot of followers and you say, because of that planned interview, you make up your mind about it. Honestly, VDM, if you are not somebody I love a lot, that statement you made yesterday, you are beginning, you wanted me to suspect you. Why will you jump into that conclusion? DNA? Nothing is being said. I knew you said, and I quote, you said, this is my opinion. But you know, you have a lot of lovers that follows you. And many people on this internet, when they love you to bits. Either you are wrong, they want to listen to you, they want to believe you. You shouldn't have mislead people 2 days ago. You should have just leave it like that. Yeah? You see, somebody said, immediately said that I unfollowed him. I love him. We will just correct him. Court. The coroner inquest is starting now. So we are gonna start again. VDM. So please, before you come out and talk, you can tell your workers, your management to go check what is happening and come and narrate it to you. That's fine. Thank you. Yeah. The second thing is, have I been sent that thing? So let's go to where we are going. And just shemo preach lori pulpit ni. Kile ti mo wa fi Karamo mi se wa po losan ba iya oloye iru kere loku àti dawo ba mi send iru kere ni ki ma gbon kere ba. Yeah. So I'm going to be playing the video. Yeah. Is this the full video? Yeah. I'm going to play the video. I will pause, we analyze, we pause, we analyze. Am I communicating? Yeah.
Introducing new John West.
To start with, I can see many ding bands, many dead. Àwọn òpònú ló pọ̀ lórí Instagram. Àwọn ọmọ tó dẹ̀ máa ń wọ pátá super tight tó máa ń ti táyà yẹn ni. Àwọn ló pọ̀ lórí Instagram. Àwọn ọmọ tó ìwà lábẹ́ òbí wọn, if not for social media, wọn ò tí in the life experience. See if this girl can be. When Mohbad died, 3 months after Mohbad died, she started putting a wig. She started making up. She went to make her nails. 6 months when Mohbad died, she said she's celebrating that boy's birthday. Papa Lolo's birthday. Am I communicating? But because she knew that she's coming to the social media, she's coming on a live broadcast, and this video is going to go global. She dressed like Omurabi Awara Deeper Life. Awara Mountain of Fire. Oh, she kolese. Oh, wa bataya Mohbad. Oh, no humpo ni interview mo ngbo. Oh, she's speaking out at last. Nigeria, gbogbo yin mo ti ni mi ni sepe. She's speaking out at last. As Wunmi for once, has she been quiet at all? Even when she's not talking, she goes on TikTok. Our bloggers on TikTok, she goes there every day to talk. If you've forgotten, I will play her voice. She has always been speaking. She's just using her bloggers as instruments to distract justice. You said she's speaking at last. Somebody that her husband died. The first thing she thought of is to put 8 updates without mincing words, without making a mistake, calling Mohbad a nigger. And this nitwit now, this dingbat called Wunmi, she now came on national TV and said, my husband, are you for real? Says who? Who joined both of you together? Who are the pastors? Who are the imam that? I know you are our money in no? Our money in So let me just bust your bubble now. Wunmi went to that studio, true studio, to act. And that was the script she was given. So please, don't buy her that tears. I know a family in Ghana. The husband died. She cried. She wanted to kill herself that day. When the investigation went around, they found out that the woman was the person behind the husband's murder. So when you are now using tears to judge, that means Daru. Am I communicating? Somebody that is always dressing. I mean, where did you think I got that statement? Italawa, it's from her enjoyment. She will put video like this. Have you forgotten she was driving in the Jeep, and her nails was long like this. Her weave was like this. She knew if she dressed to that place, to this interview like that, people will start saying, look at her, she's moved on. No, nobody says she should not move on. You have moved on before Mohbad died. The day Mohbad come to you, you've moved on. Because if you don't move on, maybe you forget. Let me remind you. Transformer Lekki, Gbogbo òbò ló ti pín fún wọn ní Lẹ́kì. Can you tell us the meaning? Olórí burúkú ṣọ̀run gúngùn bíi ti cobra. Báwo ẹ ṣe rí ni? Mi tẹ̀ mẹ́ pé wọ́n gílì tó yìí. Bó ṣe ṣọ̀run ni. Ọ̀run ẹ̀mọ cobra. Ẹ gúngùn ejò cobra. Bó ti ní mi ní búyàn lọ́sàn. Ẹ gúngùn ejò tó ń jẹ́ cobra kí a ká tó máa lọ. Bó ṣe ṣọ̀run ni. Ó dàbí tejòlá. Ẹ lọ gbogbo yín. Ẹ lọ gba views tẹ́ ṣe padà. Ẹ lọ sórí Truth àti TVC. Ẹ lọ mú views yẹn. Kẹ wá padà lọ fi spiritual eyes wò. Bó ṣe ń jọ iwin ló ṣe ń jọ èèyàn ìyẹn àṣànà. Ẹ lọ fi ojú spiritual wò. Ẹ má fojú lásán wò. Ẹ padà lọ sílé kẹ lọ túnṣe. Kẹ fojú spiritual wò ọmọ olórí burúkú yìí. Bó ṣe ń jọ iwin ló ṣe ń jọ cobra. Ló ṣe ń jọ àmọ̀tẹ́kùn. Ló ṣe ń jọ ọ̀bọ. That is not the bone of contention. Ó wá wọ aṣọ SU. Ó yá bàtà ìyá Mohbad. Ó wá lọ. Ó lóun lọ ṣe interview. Ẹ wá ní àkọ́wọ́ bó ṣe rí. Ẹ rí bẹ́ẹ̀ kẹ́ ẹ ṣe rí ni. Ẹ̀kẹ́ ẹ̀rọ bọ́ọ̀sì gbogbo owó Mohbad ó ti fi jògún fe tán. Ṣèbí bíbá náà láti gbọ́ tẹ́gbọ́n ẹ̀ sọ omi yalé. Ó ní gbogbo credit card Mohbad Chinese lòun àti ìyá Túndé máa fi ń order. Ó ní gbogbo Chinese àwọn ọmọ òríwú ẹrí. Ọmọ òríwú ẹrí ọmọ lẹ́lẹ̀. Tí Mohbad help life ẹ̀. Ọmọ òríwú ẹrí. Abẹ́rẹ́kẹ́ ni gbogbo owó Mohbad lọ ti fi jògún fe tán. Ẹ̀kẹ́ wá ṣe pọ̀f. Ó ti fi gbogbo owó jògún fe tán. Ọmọkọ́mọ. So that is that. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ sọ pé kó wá aṣọ tó wọ̀ she's speaking out as last. Ashan has always been speaking out. If she has not been speaking out, òun ni mo kọ́kọ́ gbọ́ in the history of Nigeria. Your partner died. The next thing you think you want to do is to go to this lover. This lover that is kò tún lé ayé ṣe rí. Ó máa ń tún lé ayé ká ni. You didn't go to Truth. You didn't go to TVC. You now thought of where do I want to go? You went to this lover to announce the death of Mohbad. And you said, they've killed him. Take your trophy. We will play everything and I will analyze. Ekinjoko.
He's in Yabamog. He has not been buried. And he's been in pieces twice. You know, they literally did two autopsy. The government autopsy and the private autopsy my father-in-law did. I made it known that I have been ready for the DNA. They said once the DNA is done, I shouldn't tell the public the result of it.
This girl is a pathological liar. As I'm playing this video, okay, one Kinjoko. Okay. This lady is a pathological liar. As I'm playing this video, I will be analyzing. You all can hear her when she said, they said if we have the DNA done, my father-in-law said, Abolori Brukunian, who is your father-in-law? Baba never accepted you as a wife. Baba accepted you as a knife. She said, and I quote, she stated that they gave her an instruction that if the DNA comes out, she should not say it out. I beg to please don't believe what she said. I don't want to be calling Baba and disrespecting him, but I am telling you for free. When it was time for the DNA, am I communicating? 1 minute. I don't want to call Baba, but I want to call somebody close to Baba. All of you remembered. I said it here. Somebody said, Jason Legu Shikari go. Sherry, can you all remember? They told Baba that was why the DNA would have been done by Olori Buku lawyer that has no chamber, lawyer that has no immigration status in UK. And he called himself a lawyer. He said and bail lawyer. Council tax lawyer. Yeah? When they started, let me now tell you what happened. Lawyer in Yonshogo, he did not even call Baba. He has planned with Ashana's lawyer. He just called Baba that, Baba Mohbad, we are having the DNA done on this so date. And this is the rules. If the DNA come out, Ashana's lawyer said that we should not announce it out. They have planned everything. Enioshoro Odumosu, he now called Baba to tell him, to give Baba the instructions, the rules and regulations behind the DNA. Baba now refused. That was why Baba refused. If Baba ADHERE. Show him to correct me. If Baba had concurred, if Baba had accepted the do's and don'ts behind the DNA would have been done. Not knowing they even they have planned with an Oshogo to do the DNA. That was why Ashana was happy. So now she's lying. They gave Baba that instruction. That was why Baba refused. This girl is a pathological liar, and I'll be bringing a lot of things out this afternoon. Baba did not give them any instructions. Baba did not know that they are even having DNA. And Oshogo had planned with Ashana's lawyer. They just call Baba, and DNA, Lola, DNA. Don't talk. Ashana's lawyer said we should not say it out. Baba said, are you mad ni? Mad ni? Báwo ló ṣe máa sọ̀rọ̀ fún mi? I wanted the DNA, so they had to follow my instruction and not the other way around. Am I communicating? Show some love. You can show some love with your stars on Facebook. You can show some love, your love with your gift on TikTok. I know people will say she's begging. I'm not begging. Even Daddy Freeze, all your celebrities, they beg. So if I'm doing all this and you want to support me, show some love with your gift. Show some. What's this girl? Mumbo, acting it. Yeah, please, because I know you were aware of what happened. Anyway, quick one on Kwayo. I might not be calling you again, but this one is very important. One of Ashana's interview yesterday, she stated, and I quote, are you listening, sir?
Oh boy.
Ashana stated, and I quote, she said she was ready for interview, for DNA. And when she was ready, Baba Mohbad told her with his lawyer that if the result come out, she should not say it out. And I am out here telling people it was the other way around. Please, can you put more light into this? You don't have to talk much. Please, because everybody is watching me. The world is watching me.
Oh, to be sincere, where you get that notion, it should be the one to prove it, because there's nothing like that anyway. So that is what I can say. There's nothing like why would the world not know what's the result of the DNA? Is it not everybody that is interested? So at the appropriate times, he will get his reply.
Yeah.
That's what I can say.
Okay.
I shouldn't tell the public the result of the DNA. He has called me a promiscuous woman. He has called me a cheating wife.
Excuse me. He said Baba Mohbad called her a promiscuous wife, a cheating wife. Baba did not call you that. Unfortunately, I cannot be playing Mohbad songs here. Mohbad said it in all his videos. And let me tell you, anybody that is dating musicians, you can ask them. You will never see a musician singing out of context. Musicians always sing from their pain, from their experience, from what is happening around them. Every of Mohbad's song was what is happening to him. Every of Mohbad's song was what had happened to him. Every of Mohbad's song was his life experience. Am I communicating? Help the boy. Mohbad asked you. The boy did not look at like me. I don't know where you got the boy from. Should, were you blind? Were you blind? Were you blind? You didn't know what was happening to Justice for Mohbad. Let's continue. So, let me clear that. So, Baba, you were looking for a child. Baba was taking you around. If Baba knew that you were a promiscuous lady, will he be taking you around? All your interview was about Baba Mohbad. You wanted to discredit that man. You wanted to throw that man under the bus. But you forgot him.
President of course, really.
He was the happiest. He has tried to.
Did you hear what she said? She said Baba Mohbad was the one that initiated that marriage. I'm going to be bringing your memory back to when we had the first interview with Baba on this line. Baba said, and I quote, Baba said, when Mohbad said he had a partner. Baba said, and I quote, Baba said, they told me we want to have an introduction. Mommy Mwe, introduction in Nigeria is not a big introduction. You know, 2 families, 3 families, they will sit together. Am I communicating? That Baba Mohbad initiated that marriage. Ashana, I know you are half-baked. When you were supposed to go to school, you were at corner shop motel in Ikorodu, and you are having your way then. So I'm not going to blame you. But let me bust your bubble now. That was not a wedding. That was not a wedding. And you heard, all of you heard when Baba said it. You know, the first interview I had with Baba on this, my chat, Baba said, and I quote, Baba said, they called me to introduce Ashana's family to me. Baba went there. Just Baba went there. Can you remember? And Baba said, when I got there, they turned it to engagement. That was Ashana's plan. Baba said we should go and look at the cap. Iya Mohbad, pepperless, she knew about the plan. Baba was the only newbie in the plan. Baba said when I got there, they changed the cap I was putting on. Baba said, if you can see my cap is my ears that hold the cap up. They sewed filatosho Baba lori lo fun Baba. It was an introduction. Mommy Mweno Feshe, not an engagement. Ashana, you are telling Jude now that Baba initiated the wedding. We need your evidence. Baba had come out a lot of time that he said it was an introduction, it was not a wedding and an engagement. But when he got there, you have sold Agbada for Baba. That was why Baba's cap was almost covering his eyes, because you didn't measure him. And let me tell you, I'm always saying this to you, everybody that is watching me. You cannot blame Baba, because Mohbad is the one feeding his parents. Oh, mama, for all lale. It happens to many people in Nigeria. Immediately your children are feeding you. You don't have much say. It only takes the grace of God. I am telling you that for free today. And number 2, Baba wanted the best for the son. So Baba couldn't say no. They were begging Baba. Baba said, I came for introduction. If you had told me it is an engagement, I would have come with my family. But Baba said, I didn't even go with my family because they manipulated it. It was an engagement. It was an introduction. Even Baba said, Mohbad went into the car and he was crying because he was not happy. He didn't want an engagement. He just wants introduction because Ashana had gone to bring a pregnant that is not for Mohbad. So they said, let's introduce family. So why is she now saying Baba initiated that wedding? There was nothing like wedding, Ashana. There's introduction, there's engagement, and there's wedding. You are feeling like what? Mbeke feeling funky. You are feeling like what? Funky. They want to take my rights away from me as a woman. Do you have any rights? Going to two years, your partner died. Your partner that took you from the gutter to be somebody. Your partner that took you from grass to grace, he died. You couldn't up to today tell us what ended his life. You are all town jubilating, gallivanting, Babaila and date. And yayin today. Now you come online to manipulate the world, saying what we are hearing is I'm a rapper. One video we have not seen you rap, but probably you are rapping coding for him. You are rapping balloon for him. You never contributed to his life. Instead, you brought Oshi, Adanu, Iku, Ipapa Yikin, Wala Idamu. That was what you brought to his life. So what right have you got? When a woman is worthless in a man's life, you have no right. You have no say. You have nothing to bring to the table. You are worthless. All what you have to bring is your bunani. Let's continue. In a toxic relationship, God bless you. Iya Mohbad said it, Shashangele, Alasha children, Onikaba children. She said it and I quote. She said she's always fighting my son. From Sunday to Monday, they're always fighting. Toxic, as in Toxic. And And you are here claiming right. What right? You are worthless. My sis girlfriend said it. She said Mohbad doesn't relate with you, but you went you went to turn everything around and give him a forgivo. Let's continue. I want to take my right from me as a woman. With all this, your pimples. Look at her cobra neck. Let's continue.
Mostly, like, I had to stop breastfeeding my baby. My father-in-law wanted to be in control of my husband's properties. If you saw that.
Listen, this is where I have a problem with this girl. She said, my father-in-law wants to be in control of my son's, of Mohbad's property. Do you know the reason for Mohbad's death? That child and Mohbad's property. That is the reason they ended his life.
Well, we cannot cease to say the truth and reality that the police are the cause of all of this. It's quite unfortunate. But then we cannot continue also to just blame the police and leave it there. When you spot lackadaisical attitude or an intentional move to stifle truth, stifle justice, it is important, paramount, that we all speak out. That we all speak out about it. Very important that we all speak out, and that's what we've been doing. Cynthia said a lot of things, and part of what she said, if you are not a deep thinker, you will quickly buy into it. But then, Mohbad's father has been granting an interview and he has been saying his own thing. There are certain things that people have dug out and they said, Mr. It's like you held on to this, you didn't tell us this. You held on to that, you didn't tell us that. Now, Cynthia has said her own. This is what happened. Mohbad's father had said the nurse is not important to him and that Cynthia should be held responsible. There are also some people who said Mohbad's father did not go to the police to report the demise of Mohbad, rather to get police report. Was he confused at that point? Was he ignorant at that point on what to do and what not to do? Considering the journey so far, considering all the prophecy, considering all the activities that he had imputed into this journey to bring Mohbad to this point. And all of a sudden, the boy is laying down there lifeless, and he probably looked at himself as a failed father. It's a shock to him. He cannot believe it. It is unbelievable. He cannot process it. It is difficult. It is hard. And he simply acted the way he felt or he thought he could act at that point, at that time. Should we blame him? Are we going to say ignorance is not an excuse in a situation like this? Well, whatever we do, whatever we say, there is one thing that is important that we bear in mind. Mohbad's father does not need to go to the police. I mean, I'm not saying he should not. What I mean is that he does not need to tell the police what the police are supposed to do. The police are supposed to swing into action. Immediately they realized, found out, heard that there is a corpse somewhere and it is not an accident, like it's not like an auto accident. This is some kind of very scary thing to think about. Like, so someone can buy RIP and the police will say, go to the jurisdiction around that place to report. Like, can't the police make a phone call? Like, look, someone left your jurisdiction and they are here reporting this incident. And they can do transfer of document of files. They can even request, I don't get this thing. They could have even requested that police station over there to go investigate, seal up that house whilst the police is holding on to Mohbad's father and every other person that came to the station. Is that not how it's supposed to be? Are they not supposed to be detained pending when clarity is brought into what happened? Unfortunately, that is not the case. We are talking of a country just like the United States of America. If not that certain people have kind of built themselves or built a community, or they've built the system to be able to deal with certain injustice, deal with certain activities of the police. It's the same. The way the American police, apart from extortion, which can be done, once in a while, even in the US. Now, I'm not trying to say I'm using US as a benchmark. I'm just trying to connect the dots together. If you see crazy policemen, talk about Nigerian police, they are very dirty. These guys could snuff out the life of anybody because you didn't give them money, because they asked for money, maybe on a festive day, and you didn't give them money. They can snuff your life out. So we are talking of that kind of police. We are talking of that kind and type of police officer. So imagine they could not put a call through to the so-called jurisdiction and say, hey, take action. They didn't do that. Can you imagine? They didn't do none of that. At the end of the day, as we speak, the police is still holding on to their so-called stupid investigation, which we've been told by Cynthia's sister Karimo that it only took bottles of alcohol and some amount of money for them to just sit down and listen to Cynthia narrate a story. And that story is what the police read out to the public. So convenient, right? So convenient. Now, I know that the influence behind it at the beginning is Cynthia's mother. It is not really the money per se. It is Cynthia's mother. Cynthia's mother, being a corrupt police officer that was dishonorably kicked out. She has friends in the force. That is the thing that worked, not really the money. That money is too little for a case like this. A police officer will not accept this and then just take your statement and that's the end of it. No. The reason why it flowed this way is because of the influence of this woman. She quickly acted. Cynthia called her immediately and she acted. She acted with precision. Now, what they did was to set the pathway for Mohbad's father to go and do what he had to do. Now, should Mohbad's father have gone to the second police station that he was told to go? Yes. What kind of house are you going to sleep at, or dig the grave, or pick a place? What kind of thing is that? You would have sat down there at the police station. What the hell is that? You would have kept the corpse of Mohbad in front of the police station and say, they have broken my teeth and I will make sure that justice is served. That is what should have happened. But then, let us say he acted the way he acted because he wasn't thinking straight, because he couldn't process it or whatever. Let us put let's just put that there. Now, about the DNA, like I spoke about it yesterday, I said about this DNA, according to Mohbad's father, the DNA is going to be reprocessed by Sanshitu after the cutting off of the lawyer in the UK. Sanshitu was going to begin the process about the DNA. Mohbad's father did not elaborate on the issues surrounding the DNA, not until now that we are hearing from Bukky Jesse and also Mohbad's father's power of attorney, which is Muyiwa, who resides in the US. He said there is nothing of such, that it is the other way round, that Cynthia and a lawyer are the ones that were requesting for a non-disclosure of the test result, the paternity test result, and not Mohbad's father. Who is saying the truth here? Cynthia said it publicly. Could she have said this, I mean, with the consent of a lawyer? Like a lawyer say, go ahead and say it. We will back you up and say it is true. That is the one. But we don't care about if Mohbad's father said or Cynthia did not say. The thing is that it has come to light. There is nothing that should be holding back the DNA. I have said it times without number, and I believe that this is what Mohbad's father is also saying, that DNA should be done and can be done and must be done and will be done in at least 3 different places. I think Mohbad's father made mention of that, like the DNA should be done independently and also probably with the government involved. And if Cynthia wants, she can also get her own done, so that there will be a compare and contrast on the results of it. Because it seems like what Bukky Jesse said at the end of the video, it seems there are 2 things attached to the demise of Mohbad. One, the so-called property. And I'm looking at it. Which property? I don't even know which property Mohbad has. Because till today, we've not heard that there is one meaningful property somewhere. Oh, he didn't buy the house. It was rented. What about evidence? Oh, he has a land in one rural area that you don't want to even go and live there. He has a land in his village. Who wants to go and live there? So what is this thing that they said Mohbad has? Which of this land can generate millions and millions? What are we talking about? What are we talking about here? And about paternity, yes, a huge possibility that the truth of the paternity and coupled with this aggressive and toxic relationship between both of them, and about the marriage lies, I think this is also something that I'm kind of wondering. When I profiled Mohbad's father's picture with Cynthia sitting in between and Mohbad's mother at the other end, I was wondering why Mohbad's father's facial expression appeared like someone who is pensive or angry or not happy about something. So what is this thing? What is this thing? Are we going to blame poverty? Because I looked at it and I'm like, well, it's the same thing that Bukky Jesse is saying. That if you are in a situation where your child is the provider, there is less and never more to what you can say. There is always going to be less. There are certain things that you don't want to say. You don't want to get your child upset. You don't want to get your child angry because your child has what you want. Your child is going to deprive you of it. That's the truth of it. Unless you have a child that is deep, a child that understands, a child that respects. So Mohbad's father could not press on certain things, obviously, so as to be in the good books of Mohbad. If not, let us look at it. Let us put all of it out there and just look how Mohbad's father was unable to split Cynthia and Mohbad and many other things, even with the warnings that came from seers that Mohbad's father called in. Why? Why was he unable to say, look, I'm putting my foot on the ground. There is not going to be any wedding. This is not a wedding. If there's going to be a wedding, either what kind, at least my family members should be here. I know it's okay to have father and mother and there's no need for elongation or any of that. I do understand that circumstances like this come up. But come on. No. He came, he said he wasn't even prepared for it. And but Cynthia is alleging, let me put it that way. Okay, let's say claiming. Cynthia is saying that Mohbad's father called her in the morning and prayed before he appeared. Well, it is serious. It is very, very serious. We are talking about critical things here. Very critical. And I'm kind of wondering why. Why? Is this taking too long? At least let us get off from the DNA thing, and then we can face other things. Maybe Mohbad's father, I don't know. I'm just thinking this thing of the DNA. If the result comes out positive, he might lose traction. Is that what it is? Please, Mr. Loba, let the DNA finish like now. Once DNA is finished, we'll be able to restructure. If not,